Well, it's so nice to have you back, Mrs. Muntz.
I'm back with a cold. I did a lot of flying to get home and I've picked up a cold somewhere along the line.
I was hoping you'd pick me up a snow dome and perhaps a ruler.
No, I've just given you some African germs.
Great.
Also, on the show today, I talk about something else I've come back with.
Yeah.
An obsession with fairy smut.
Yeah.
Millions of women around the world are reading these books and I've never got into them. I never thought about them. I took one for the flight and then I bought another one and another one and another one. I haven't read that quickly for some time.
And now you're addicted.
Yeah.
Also, I know you've been away. You've missed the Games event in Paris.
The Games event in Paris. What language are you speaking?
That's what we've got to say.
Apparently we're not allowed to say Olympic Games.
Well,
we're allowed to say Paris 2024.
No, you just said that.
I find it outrageous we can't say them.
You can say you medalled.
But you can't say what? Can't say gold medals?
No, you got to say you medalled.
See, this is the thing. We're being whipped up, and rightly so, about this fervour of wanting to support our athletes. We work in the media, and we're not allowed to say these words. It's like unplugging everything and going home.
Also, down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Ticketless parking fines. Do they pass the pub test?
And Drew Barrymore's very intimate interviewing technique.
Yeah.
Do you like it? We'll talk about all of that.
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. You are back.
I'm back. I am back, baby. Hang on, my microphone's not.
Are you right?
Welcome back.
Hello. No, the equipment's broken.
No, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Your headphones aren't working.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So exciting. Thank you for, and sincerely, it's a big deal to take time off when we do a show like this because we get, generous holidays throughout the year. So I'm very grateful that you said, just go. I was offered an opportunity on a show called Once in a Lifetime, and it was once in a lifetime. So working alongside Chris Brown as his veterinary assistant in Africa, doing some adventures, and it was great. But I'm thrilled to be back, and I'm so glad Jack had such a good time with you guys yesterday. I got back late on Monday night, so I heard the show yesterday. I thought he did really well.
He did all right. The kid was all right.
With Uncle Jonesy.
He did well. I'm so glad you're back. And did you get to wear a uniform when you were working with Dr. Chris Brown?
No.
So you didn't have a little veterinary nurse?
No. I don't think veterinary nurses dress up like Benny Hill nurses, Brendan, if that's what you're picturing.
I would imagine that'd be kind of sexy.
There was quite a bit of bum in the air because...
From you?
From me, because you have to be down on your haunches to do things.
Yep.
Of course, I've got sore hips and stuff like that. I couldn't really get down on haunches, so when I look back at some of the photographs that had been taken, it was just my bum in the air most of the time.
The last correspondence I had with you was on giraffe, can't talk.
Can't say anything.
And that's all you can say. So that's not code word. And then you saw my hero, Kai Lenny.
Can't say that either.
So is this show involving Kai Lenny?
No, but we ran into...
Did you get on Kai Lenny?
Did I get on him?
Well, I don't know. You're telling the story.
No, I because this show isn't going to go to air till next year.
Next year?
Yeah. So I can't really tell you much about it other than... And I'll say I've got some things I can say, but the things that have ended up in the show I can't really say.
Okay.
But I was vet assistant. There was a surprising person we came across on a beach, who you've just given away.
Yeah.
And an unusual animal that you've probably just given away. So it was great. And did Jack steal my car spot? Did anything happen permanently while I've been gone?
On your dime, he ordered an Uber limousine, an Uber XL. He ordered a phalanx of them.
One of those big Elon Musk trucks.
And then we had a big feed after the show yesterday.
No, he loved it. He said he loved it. So thank you for that opportunity.
I told him to go and see. He's got to get his wisdom teeth sorted. He texted the dentist, and then you rightly pointed out, you've got to call the dentist.
You phone the dentist and get a referral to a surgeon.
An appointment. I said, because that's going to just drive you crazy.
Well, he hasn't been to to the dentist for about 100 years. This is what happens when your children leave home. You don't monitor any of this stuff anymore.
And we're so happy that you're back.
I'm
Jem
thrilled
White,
to be
Ryan,
back.
myself are just happy you're back. The world is back on its axis, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's good now, Jones. You can't bully me for the entire show.
God's
Oh,
sake,
good.
I
Just for half the show.
You should have said him sookie pants.
Someone here to defend me.
I'd sit there and say, mate, just sort this out.
Just sort this out.
He kept saying that I work for him.
Oh, he says that to me too. I know.
Action-packed show today. Yeah. Instagram makes its return. We gave away absolutely no money with Instagram.
I am your good luck charm, everyone. I am back.
Come and rub, Amanda. And we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven. Question 1.
Known for his love of swamps, what type of mythical creature is the character Shrek?
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say,
I'm back. And I've returned with a cold, which is nice.
nice.
You know when you do long flights? So I flew Africa, Johannesburg, another part of Africa to Johannesburg, had a long wait there. Then Johannesburg to Perth. Perth Airport's interesting. It's high-vis central.
Yeah.
And then
lot of
Perth to
FIFOs.
Sydney. So, yes, I've picked up a cold along the way.
That's okay. Did you get Ryan and I any gifts?
No, there wasn't a lot of gift buying to be had, I'm
Right.
afraid.
We're just trying to pincer down where you actually were.
Can't tell you.
Yeah. Did you get a lock of Kai Lenny's hair?
See, I didn't even know who he was, but everyone else was very
Kai
impressed
Lenny.
by him.
I want him to be my father.
Yeah, but don't talk about it. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
I said I wouldn't. So you brought it up. It was
he-
secret school information I gave.
Was he big wave surfing? Or
I'm not-
because I saw him
that's
kite
not part
surfing.
of the story. He wasn't part of the story. He incidentally
Yeah.
was somewhere.
He's an all-round waterman. You know that. He's what I want to be in my life, an all-round waterman.
Okay, well, you practice and see what happens.
Okay. Let's get into the Magnificent Seven. Felix is in Ashfield. Hello, Felix. Felix.
Good morning.
Hello, Felix.
Jonesy
How
and
are you?
Amanda.
Hello. Felix,
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Felix. It's nice to be here. I'm about to do a sneeze. Hang on one moment. Excuse me. There it is. That's from an airline to you. Known for his love of swamps, what type of mythical creature is the character Shrek?
Ogre.
He's an ogre.
Oh, excuse me. She's got a name. Before throwing events
It's nice to be back.
at
Brendan.
this year's Paris Games are hammer throw, shot put, discus, and what? What's another throwing event?
Javelin.
Yeah.
Question 3, let's play What's on the Box.
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
This might be an easy one. What show has this theme? Any ideas, Felix?
I dream of genie.
I've jinxed you by saying it was an easy one.
I dream of Genie. No, Felix, it's not that.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Amanda is back from Ass. You're here.
Yeah. I'm back from assignment.
Well, we've got no time. We're word economy here. But yeah, people know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
you wrote on the board Amanda on her ass,
Yeah.
and now I'm back.
Amanda off ass.
Off ass.
And you're here.
I'm here.
And we missed you very, very much.
Thank you. I've returned with a cold, which I'm sharing with all
Great.
of you,
And
so I hope you enjoy
didn't
it.
bring us a snow globe or a ruler.
No.
You gave us a cold.
I've got you some germs,
Great. Oh, you
African
brought
germs.
Some Ebola. Excellent. We're into the Magnificent Seven. We're up to question number 3. What's on the box? Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Fred's in Schofield's. Hi, Fred.
Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Very well. I thought this would be an easy one, but maybe not. What is this TV show?
It's not I Dream of Genie.
It's The Simpsons.
It's The Simpsons.
Fred,
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali once appeared in a DC comic book and knocked out which superhero? Was it A, Superman, B, Batman, or C, Squirrel Girl?
Was she going for his nuts?
It was Superman.
It was Superman.
Superman.
Yes, in 1978, DC Comics brought together Muhammad Ali and Superman in a quest to save the Earth. I don't understand how that would have helped that Muhammad Ali.
Is a real person.
Well, he referred to himself as the Black Superman.
Okay. Well, I don't understand any of that. Question 5. 221B Baker Street. I'll start that whole thing again. 221 Baker Street is the London address of which detective?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock
Elementary.
Holmes.
Which league officially started first, the NRL or the AFL? Who came first?
The AFL.
The AFL, yes,
It
correct.
used to be called the VFL and
Yep.
it became the AFL in 1990. NRL started in 1998.
Yeah, what about that? But
the
that was
NRL.
as the NRL.
Yeah.
We used to be,
Just the footy.
we used to be the
So we're talking about their official
RL.
national.
We were rugby league.
Yeah, so this is the national body.
Is everyone on the same page?
Which brings you to question 7, Fred. Here we go. Arissa True is Australia's newest, youngest medalist ever. She got a gold overnight in the skateboarding. How old is she? It's the first time we've ever medalled in this event.
14.
She's 14.
14. What
Apparently
about
she's
that?
too young even to live in the Olympic Village.
Oh, she's too young to ride a skateboard. Get off that thing and get a job, kid.
Amazing,
Good on her.
amazing.
Congratulations to you, Fred. You've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming away. A $250 voucher to Holy Moly Golf Club. Like golf, but fun. $200 to spend at home. Beautiful shop. Your new favourite online shopping destination for trending homewares, art and interiors. And Jonesy and Amanda character choice for you to colour in some standard pencils. I say, Fred, anything you'd like to add to this?
Oh, no, thanks for that.
Fred, you're welcome.
Great.
Cut him off there.
Just gotta say,
Thank you,
welcome
Ryan.
back,
Why don't
Amanda.
you cut him off?
We've missed you while you've been on ass.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. We are back, baby.
Here we go.
Were people respectful of the Jalmanac while I was away, Brendan?
Well, I had to do all the reading of the Jalmanac every day.
Were you respectful of it?
I was very respectful of the Jalmanac, but would you like to have a flick through its pages?
Let me do it. I've missed it.
I had it laminated for you while you were away. Although
Pages are hard to do.
the sound effect would not give the indication of lamination, Ryan.
The sound effect would not give the indication of lamination. Yeah. When did you become so verbose while I was away?
Flicking through a thesaurus.
The Jalmanac is our big book of musical facts. And on this day in 1982, Dexy's Midnight Runners released their hit, Come On Eileen. It's universally loved, as are the dungarees that he wears through that. I wore dungarees in 1982.
That sort of unwashed, unemployed vibe about him.
Well, it went on to be his actual life, being unemployed. For the frontman, Kevin Rowland, it does remind him of darker times. He blew all his money that he'd made in his 20s and he had to rely on government benefits. This is after the song had been successful, blew it all. While waiting in line at the government benefits office, the rest of the dole queue recognised him and broke into a chorus singing Come On Eileen.
Ah.
It could either go two ways. It could either be heartwarming or it could be embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
And what happened for Kev?
it doesn't say.
Oh, so we don't know anything?
We don't know whether he was
ended
embarrassed.
up like Andrew O'Keefe in a park looking forlorn.
I don't know. Andrew O'Keefe in a pair of overalls would be quite intriguing. Let's listen to where it all began. Here it is.
Jam Nation.
My thoughts, I confess, verge on dirty. This is dovetailing nicely into what you're...
Oh, you're quoting words from the song. I wasn't sure what you were doing.
That's from Come On Eileen.
Well, I have come back from overseas with a cold, but also with a new
We were
obsession.
kind of hoping for a snow dome or one of those rulers, or a T-shirt. Mum went to Africa and all I got was his T-shirt.
I saw stuff like that, but, at airports and things.
Do you like a little bone through the nose or something like that? A fake bone through the nose?
No, Brendan, they don't have that. But it would be a fridge magnet or it would be a, and you just go, that's nice, and just leave it here.
I would not.
Yes, you
I'd
would.
put it on my fridge with all my other fridge magnets that you've got me.
Well, I didn't get one. I'm sorry.
So you just brought us home some pestilence.
And the information about my new obsession. I'm probably late on the bandwagon with this.
Okay.
But before I left, a friend of mine said, look, you've got some long flights ahead of you. Why don't you take a book that a few of my friends had read? And I'm in a book club. We all read good, sensible books and smart books and blah, blah, blah. But I became obsessed with a series of what she and I now call fairy porn, fairy smut. I'm not a sci-fi reader. I don't like the otherworldly blah, blahs. And I thought, oh, look, I've got a long flight. I'll give it a go. I took a sensible book and I took this book, which was called A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Maas.
And I thought, oh, give it a go. I became obsessed. And I flew into Johannesburg Airport. I said, have you got the second one? And one shop didn't. She said, try another one down there. Okay, I will, running through the airport.
Yeah. And what's the premise?
Let me just tell you this. And I finished the second one. And on the way home, I wanted to buy the third one. And I went to that shop and she said, no, there was someone desperate for that last week. That had been me.
That was you. You looked even more deranged. What's the premise?
The premise of this one is, I'll read the synopses. 19-year-old huntress, Fairer, I'm not sure what her name is.
Fairy.
She kills a wolf in the woods, a terrifying creature. And then she has to go and live with this thing to do a make good, blah, blah, blah. Terrifying
what does she have to live with?
The wolf. But
she's killed the wolf.
Yeah, but because she killed that wolf, she has to go and live with these other wolves, blah, blah, blah. A big, powerful king of the wolves who kind of ends up being a big, powerful, transformative man-wolf.
A wolf.
And then she falls in love with a big, power, transformative man-bird. I forget that he's a creature because they're very sexual. It's full fairy smut, as they say.
Right.
And it's the same storyline that is in every great story. It's whether it's Jane Eyre, whether it's 50 Shades of Grey, whether it's Sound of Music. A young girl falls in love with a taciturn older man and she thinks he hates her. And then eventually he confesses that he has loved her all along, and then big fornication ensues. Not in Sound of Music. We didn't get to see that, obviously. The hills are alive and so are my genitals. But so these stories are big blockbuster stories. So a lot of people have read these. People on the plane were saying to me, I've read that. That's great. This is the embarrassing thing. I was sitting next to an African woman flying home and I was trying not to show so that she couldn't see what I was reading because there's bits of it that are a bit, full-on sexy. And so I was trying to hide that bit. She said, is that a good book? Should I buy it?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to say. I mean, I didn't know. How do I explain what it is and what I'm reading? Yeah. What I wanted to say was be quiet. I've had to read this page 50 times and I'll read it 52 times if you don't mind. I once went on a Beyond 2000 trip and I had this book called Glimpse of Stocking. And the front of it, it was a woman just with a whip and two big long legs. One leg was on the front of the cover, one was on the back of the cover. And in a G-string or something like that. And I was so embarrassed reading it in public, I put newspaper on it, which made it look even worse, trying to read those things in public.
Sure.
But these books are incredibly successful. This has sold more than 38 million copies around the world. And she's earned $40 million from it.
Jeepers.
This is called Romantasy, it's called. Or Dragon Porn is another one. This is what I'm getting on to next. The Fourth Wing series by Rebecca Yarros. Apparently that's the next one. And I mentioned to some of the girls in the office and they said, yes, get on to that next. This is big stuff, Romantasy. And it's that fish out of water, will he love me, won't he? He's a beast, but he loves me. It's all that great, juicy stuff.
Right. So you came back from holidays. You didn't bring us a snow dome or a ruler.
No.
You brought us a cold and books on bestiality.
Pretty much, actually, yes, now you put it like that.
A new obsession.
Yeah, my new obsession.
Right, yeah.
If anyone's got book 4, I'd be happy to book 4. I'd be happy to get it.
Jam Nation.
Amanda is back from assignment and we're just happy for the world is a better place. If you notice that the air is sweeter, the sun is shining, birds are singing, you're back.
I'm thrilled to be back and thank you for being so generous and kind with Jack yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was all right. The kid was all right.
Yeah, well, he wants to do this for a living, the Phil.
Yep. This dream factory.
And
it is. It beats working in the sewers. And I've worked in the sewers. I know what that's like.
There are only two options, this job or working in the sewers.
That's all you got to do. That's what I said to him. You got to go make some mud in the sewers. Have you been watching the sports event in Paris?
The Olympics?
Yes, he can't say the Olympics.
Who says I can't say the Olympics?
The people say you can't say.
So are you the people who have the rights to the Olympics? Don't let anyone else even say the name.
So you can't
Olympics.
say
Olympics. This annoys me.
What are you doing?
Because I'm a taxpayer and I fund those athletes.
Yeah, but you didn't pay for the rights. So you can't say Olympic, Olympics, Olympiad, Olympiads. You can say the event, the games, sports event in Paris.
The sports event in Paris. I'd love it if there was a marbles competition and that's all we could talk about.
You can't say Olympian.
Oh, come on.
You can say Australian team.
So as opposed to?
You can't say Paris 2024.
Oh, come on.
You've got to say the sporting event.
Paris 2024. Mm-hmm. So they copyright the name of a city and a date.
Yep. You can't say Olympic gold. You can say gold medal. You'll be happy with this, you can say medalled. I've been using that a lot.
So I can say gold medal, but I can't say Olympic gold.
Yep. You can't say faster, higher, stronger. together.
You know, I was desperate to say those words together. What do I say
Is
instead?
that why you're reading your fairy porn?
What else do I say instead?
Green and gold, Australian champions. You can't say citatis, alitis, fortius.
Oh, I can't do my
communita.
Latin.
You can't even do the Latin of that.
Latin is banned.
You can't say spirit in motion. You can say spirit of the sport, fever of the event.
Oh, piss off.
You can't say that. Actually, you can't say that.
Do you find this irritating?
We got around it.
They talk about the Olympics, and there I've said it. They talk about these being a world event, and then they say we can't even say Olympics. You can't say Paris 2024.
Yeah.
I find that outrageous.
What about the air pistol guy? Did you see the air pistol guy?
I saw the air pistol. The Turkish guy
the assassin.
just turned up and went bang, and he's a cat person as well, so lots of memes of him sitting home with his cat just pointing a gun.
He looked like Daryl Braithwaite. When Daryl Braithwaite goes to sing at the Melbourne Cup. And
Mr. Casual.
And he just comes straight out of the garden.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, Daryl, do the horses at the Melbourne Cup. You know, I'll just tend to the rhododendrons.
Hey, you know what? Your event's on in half an hour and you haven't trained for 8 years. Get out there and just be a sniper.
I'll give it a crack.
What about this? I did see this. I got a lot of my data roaming was on when I was away.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, because I thought I can't be
Did you have
bothered
the
getting a new
company phone?
SIM card and all that because I had blah, blah, blah,
What's
blah,
the bill?
$1,100.
Oh, what?
Yeah, before I realised, because I wasn't using it, but I had my data roaming on, so it's sucking in all the stuff.
Yeah, of course, you're in the middle of nowhere.
In the
You're
end,
doom scrolling away.
No, I wasn't doom scrolling. That's the thing. I would text home and that's all I was doing, and then it was telling me $100, $200. So finally I turned my phone off and enjoyed myself a lot more. But I did see this headline, Olympic athlete ruined by his own penis in wild scenes in Paris. Can I say that at least?
You can.
Ruined by his own penis.
That was the French pole vaulter.
Yeah, I saw the footage.
Of course, many times over.
Is he a fairy by any chance?
And what about Fark and Haw?
Oh, I saw those two runners.
Oh, no, that was just the feedback about you coming back.
Oh, Brendan! Oh, Olympics. I've said it, so sue me.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're doing a gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Welcome back. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
You can leave it at that, or you can answer one bonus question. Get it right, $2,000, but it's double or nothing.
Brett's in Oran Park.
Hi, Brett.
Yo, g'day, how are you?
You're very vibey today.
Yes, I'm excited.
Well, Brett, let's see what we can do
Are you
for
excited because Amanda's back,
Okay.
Brett, from assignment?
Yeah, but where's Ryan?
Ryan's here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Apparently,
you're good.
Something happened while you were away, Amanda. Ryan's star has risen,
Oh, no.
apparently. The Daily Mail are writing about him every day now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, even Brett's laughing at that. Even Brett says, steady on. Like, well, Brett, let's see what we can do for you. 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass, okay? Say pass, because you might have time to come back and clear your thoughts. You ready to start?
Yeah, let's go.
Brett, here we go. Question number 1. What food is known as a snag?
Sausage.
Question 2. How many sides does a pentagon have?
Pass.
Question 3. In what city would you find the Story Bridge?
London. Story Bridge.
It's in Brisbane.
Brisbane, not London Bridge in London. Story Bridge.
Yeah.
And the Pentagon has 5 sides.
Oh, yeah, I would have got back to that.
Yeah.
I know.
Brett.
Brett, Ryan couldn't help you, I'm afraid. Your love of Ryan got you nowhere.
Where's your boyfriend now, Brett?
Yeah.
Sitting idle in the corner of the room.
Picking his nose.
Doing nothing.
Don't listen to
At
the
least you
Brett.
got a winner. At least you got a big
Nice work, Brett.
It's very dry up here.
$100 for your groceries this week.
Good on you, Brett. It'll be back again tomorrow. I really thought it was going to pay dividends today.
Jam Nation.
Amanda is back from assignment. We missed you.
Thank you. I've returned with a cold, as I said.
Yeah. You could have brought us a snow dome or one of those
No, I
rulers.
got you some mucus.
Or some ivory. You could have brought us back some ivory.
Oh, are you joking?
Yeah, Ryan and I were saying we'd like some ivory. You were saying you want an ivory
Well,
back
I didn't
scratcher.
say I wanted anything
Ryan said, I
ivory.
want an ivory back scratcher.
You would, Brendan. You'd buy ivory.
I
You'd
would.
say, come on, mate, let's not be fancy about this. Let's not be woke. Let's kill an elephant for its husk. Let's not be
I'm
woke.
not saying kill the elephant. Get ivory that's
can't.
already there.
Well, see, then you keep the market going.
Yeah.
It's best to end the market, end the lust for ivory.
Anyway, I'm past ivory anyway.
What have you moved
Just
on
get
to?
any whale seal fur or something like that. I want to make a hat.
Okay, I'll see what we can do for you. I've just been catching up on some of the Olympic stories. Oh, what am I supposed to say?
You can't say the games in Paris.
Yeah, because we don't have the rights to it. So we're allowed. They build up all the excitement for our athletes. Our tax money, and I'm very happy for it, goes to fund them to a great extent. But I'm not allowed to mention them. Is that how this goes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that system is very flawed. But I saw this incredible story about the archery. You know, this is the hard thing, isn't it? 4 years of training comes down to one moment. You hope you don't have a cold, you hope you don't sneeze, you hope whatever. But there was a bee buzzing around the archery field, Le Archery Field it's known as. And so there's a close-up. The vision is quite extraordinary. In the men's semi-final, Kim Ji-deok, who is, am I allowed to mention his name as an Olympian?
Yeah, you can.
As a person at those
Especially
games?
if it sounds rude.
Well, no, it doesn't, I'm afraid. He's, I think he's Korean, South Korean. So he's this archer. He's pulled the whole arching thing back. Sorry, I'm no expert, as you may hear. He's about to aim and release the thing. 4 years, a lifetime of training. Every moment comes down to this. And in close-up, you can see a bee land on his hand.
Wow.
He didn't flinch, though. He said, it landed on my hand, and I said to myself, this is the Olympics. I mean, this is the games in Paris, he said. And I couldn't lower my arms. I had a strong determination to shoot. So he also has a heart rate monitor. His pulse remains steady at 80 beats per minute in spite of the bee trying to sting him.
Wow.
That's control, isn't it?
But his moment, that was his moment.
That was his moment. And a bee chooses that moment to land on his hand. And if you'd gone, and then say to everyone, sorry, there was a bee. You go, yeah, right, you were just hopeless today.
Yeah. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had some sort of sporting or some moment in your life which was just ruined? You've been waiting for it, and then it is just ruined.
It can happen. People who have planned their weddings for years and then a hailstorm comes through the 10 minutes that you're walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Maybe the tribal drum can beat for this. My moment was ruined by ... This is the moment.
Don't say Olympics.
Jam Nation. Amanda is back from assignment. I'm looking forward to seeing the spoils of your new TV show.
Well, it's not my show. It's Chris Brown's show. And I was a guest on it for a week. We went travelling to Africa.
You were his veterinary assistant.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Was there a uniform involved?
No. So I had an incredible week. It's not going to air till next year, so I can't really tell you big details. I can tell you a few bits and pieces, but not big details.
All I've got from you is On Giraffe and Kai Lenny. That's all I've got.
They're two things I told you not to mention.
Oh, well, they're the things that I've...
Please don't mention them. I've told the production I wouldn't talk about that stuff.
Well, you're not talking about it.
Oh, you are? God.
Your son's got a tattoo.
I know. All these secrets that came out. Thank you.
The tribal drum is beating. My moment was ruined by ... This is the moment. Poor old South Korean archer there.
Yeah, a bee lands on his hand, and it was terrorising other people. It did it to a female archer as well. The bees just kept landing on their hands. Why their hands?
Is it a French bee?
A bit of sabotage, you think.
Joanne has joined us.
Hello, Joanne.
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you?
Very well. What moment was ruined?
Well, it was actually, I was a celebrant many moons ago, so it was the bride's moment with 43-degree heat on her wedding day. She was in hot rods, Jonesy. You'd appreciate this. They kept breaking down or overheating, stopping all the way. She was late an hour. My PA system, the battery had melted inside, I found out later, so there was no music, no microphone, and the bride and bridesmaids were all fighting by the time they arrived. The guests didn't want to be there in 43-degree heat out in the open. Oh. And by the time I got into the car, I pulled down my visor and my makeup had bled. I looked like the Joker.
I wonder if they're still together.
I wonder.
If you can survive that, you can survive anything.
That's the whole thing about using those hot rods. They all look great, those big V8s, but they can't be sitting idling in a hot day.
Yeah, but no one expects 43 degrees, right, in the Kalahari.
We're in Australia. One of the most arid countries in the
We
world.
don't normally have 43-degree heat.
Well, it happens.
It happens, but you don't have to plan a wedding around the possibility that it would. You don't normally do that.
No, true. James has joined us as well.
Hello, James. What went wrong?
Hey, Amanda, welcome home.
Thank you.
I was, years ago, I got picked by my cricket club to play first grade, which was a pretty big deal back then. And I was pretty excited. We had a big team announcement. It was all pretty cool. Everyone was pretty happy for me. And that night, I was at home having a shower, practicing a few cover drives in the shower, how I'd go on Saturday.
Sure.
And, slipped a bit too far and tore my hamstring and never got to play.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's the worst.
Oh.
And you couldn't do it at all? You couldn't run on the field?
No, I couldn't run, couldn't even just get a crawl, and then the worst thing was having to explain to the guys in the team how it happened.
Yeah, you've been practicing in the shower. Yeah.
Most people sing in the shower, James.
Oh, James.
Wow.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You're live on the air. Live and kicking. It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
The South Korean archer almost had his meddling hopes ruined by an errant bee.
Yeah, the bee was hanging around the archery field. Is it a field?
Yeah.
Le field. And a couple of the contestants, am I using my words correctly? I've been thrown because you say I'm not allowed to say Olympics, I'm not allowed to say Olympic Games, I'm not allowed to say medalists. I'm saying them all now.
You just said it all then.
I know.
So the contestants.
Competitors.
In the games in Paris.
Yeah, the games in Paris. That's what we have to say. But a bee landed on the hand just as he was about to
The trigger
fire.
hand too.
Just as he was about to do it. It's like the bee was a saboteur, knew the exact moment to try and take over. However, he didn't, because this guy said, I held my moment. He said, this is the Olympics. This is the Paris Games of some kind. And he just was determined to stick it out, even though a bee had landed on his hand.
The tribal drama's beating. My moment was ruined by ... Matt has joined us.
Hello, Matt. What moment was ruined?
G'day, Jonesy. G'day, Amanda.
Hello.
Jonesy might like this story. I had a surfing trip planned to the Mentawais, first time ever to go. I was so excited. It took 6 months in the making. Had a couple of new boards ready to go. It was all planned. And then a few months before that, a new concept of tag, like a league tag, came up in our area in Cronulla called Cord League Tag. Rugby league rules, but just tag for over 35s. But anyway, we were a whole bunch of over 40 dads, and we decided to play it. And first time playing this game, and 6 weeks prior to the trip, I thought I'll play one more game, and then I'll stop so I don't injure myself. What do I do? Try and score a try in the corner, break my collarbone, trip off, can't go.
Oh, man.
Devastated.
That's why whenever I do something crazy, I always say, like you go skiing or something, I never say this is my last run. Like you never say I'm going to do one more run. Because that can ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, Liam's final game of rugby union at school, and he played like in quite a high, He
was very good.
And it was just the final game of the season before his trial exams began. And all the mums went, woohoo, it's over, no one got concussion, what a relief. And then I saw Liam limping. And he'd got it's called a Liz Frank injury at the front of his foot. And he couldn't weight bear. So for his trials, he had to go around the school and go to various classrooms where he did your trials without putting any weight on his foot. And just, his whole schooling career comes down to, well, at the beginning, these exams, final game of football ever for the school, and bang.
That's what I said when you were coming back from assignment. I said, you're not coming back. You'll be away for ages. Because I knew if I said something, I'd jinx it.
Yeah, you have that power, Brendan, over me that you'll jinx it.
I didn't want to jinx it. I want to see your little smiling face.
Instead, I got a cold. Hello, Belinda.
Hello, Jonesy and Amanda.
Hello.
Well, I've had a lifelong dream to meet Sir Paul McCartney.
Oh,
so when he came to Sydney last time, I decided to get a part-time job, second job, stacking shelves, so I can buy the VIP ticket, $2,000, just to meet him. And when it came time we were being ushered to go backstage and meet him, my stomach just started. I think it was a nerve. And I said to the usher, I said, I need to go to the toilet. I'm going to poop my pants, and I don't want to miss I don't want to miss meeting him. Anyway, so he ushered me to the toilets and I ran and I bolted and I did my business, and by the time I came back, he was gone. And I'm meeting Sir Paul McCartney, and I'm just, to this day, I'm absolutely devastated.
Oh, no.
How long were you in there,
because
Belinda?
I had to poo my pants.
No, you
it
didn't
was
have
horrible.
Or because I had to poo my pants.
Belinda, how long were you in there? What, you walk in with a form guide or something?
Oh, by the time the toilets were way away.
And these things, he's a busy man. He's got to meet a lot of people. You know, he's not going to hang around just because you're on the loo.
You know what? If you'd gone in your Dax and met him, he would remember that forever.
Yeah, gee, how memorable. You couldn't have done that. No, it's better that you didn't meet him than had an accident in front of him.
Yeah, that's right. And no one has to poo their pants, Belinda.
I couldn't meet him because I had to poo my pants.
Thank you, Belinda.
Something in the way she moves.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Answer the Pub test. Amanda is back from holidays. Let me buy you
Holidays?
a beer. I mean, assignment.
I wasn't on holidays. I had a holiday from you, but I was on assignment.
Assignment. I heard that you missed me.
Very much.
I heard that you were on the African coast somewhere just looking out to sea saying, where is he? Seeing that big sea. Reminds me of him. Today we're talking about ticketless parking fines. Did they pass the pub test down at the Jones?
Are they all going to go this way?
Well, the ticketless parking, the ticketless fine system began as a trial in May 2020 by the former Liberal National Government before being expanded to more councils in December 2020. The reason why is because the parking ranges were getting abused by people because they put a sticker on your car, a parking fine, and they would get abused. So they said, well, this is not fair. We're getting abused, so we're going to make it ticketless parking. I would suggest that that's just a hazard of the job, that you're going to get abused.
You're not a fan of parking inspectors. Well, no, you've been quite vocal about that.
What I've said in the past, the government, the dopes that run this country, they set up these thirst trap parking areas where you could easily park it anywhere. They're not in... You know, I'm all for a car if it stops in a clearway and blocks traffic, yes. But if you look around the city, there's so many places you can park, these thirst trap parking spaces with these signs that you have to have a degree in philosophy to work out.
You have to be a spy decoder.
When the moon is in the fifth quadrant of the solstice, that's when you can park. This is where I have a beef. So if you're a parking ranger and you don't like the abuse, go home to your family. And actually, you don't have a family because you're an orphan. And you go home, look yourself in the mirror, and get another job.
I don't like it when you talk like this. People is trying to feed their families.
Well, get another job. Do something else. Do something useful. Go and help out poor people instead of making people poor.
Well, the reason I don't like ticketless parking fines, well, for me it's twofold, is one, you can't remember the circumstances. So by the time you get the fine in the mail, you can't remember what you were doing and why you were parking there, and you may have a valid reason as to why you were there. And you can't contest it. Also, you don't get that pleasurable feeling of coming back to your car and going, phew, I didn't get done.
Yeah.
Because basically, to live in this city, you have to play parking roulette. Sometimes the rules will go your way and sometimes they won't. Otherwise, you cannot park anywhere and your life is a nightmare. Sometimes you have to take a risk, whether you like it or not. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But you don't know whether it's gone your way or not if it's a ticketless one. And I got lost in the system. My car was almost deregistered because I hadn't paid a ticketless fine.
See? So it certainly doesn't pass the pub test. I can't imagine anyone saying it would pass the pub test.
Well, how do we know? Let's find out. Some people might like...
Clover Moore might be on the line because the government made $45 million worth of revenue in fines alone last year.
Ticketless parking fines, they passed the pub test.
Jam Nation.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. Amanda back from assignment. It wasn't a holiday, it was an assignment. You were doing work.
You said, nice to have you back from your holiday. I haven't been holidaying, but I had a great time.
You had... And you're allowed to have a great time when you're at work. That's okay. I have a great time every day.
Yeah. And I missed it. It's nice to be back.
You missed a lot of stuff. Poor old Barnesy, he had to go back into hospital. You missed that.
Yeah, I know. He was performing in New Zealand and he felt a twinge in his hip. I know what that's like. I've had hip replacement surgery. So he went in for some remedial medical procedures, it says here, and he has to have some physio. As he said, he's expecting to make a full recovery in 6 weeks. He's in the middle of a tour. We were hoping to see him in a few weeks' time playing at the Opera House.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll
that's
have to
a
fill
shame.
in for him.
You and I.
Yeah, we could do something.
But you know what I love?
Here's one you might do.
Is on their social media is seeing how Jane looks after him. If anyone's going to be ill, you want Jane to be the person looking after you. She takes him this beautiful homemade food into hospital to help him recover. She builds up his strength. They do their physical therapy together. But looking at those fabulous meals that she creates and takes into hospital, I'd like that. I'd like that when I was recovering. I knew that when I went into hospital for my hip replacement, Harley wouldn't be able to do much. And I knew this because years and years before, probably 15 years before, I'd once pulled a hamstring. Is that what goes up the back of your leg?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd done that. I thought I'd been shot in the back of the leg. I was playing tennis with Andrew Denton, and I thought he had to piggyback me off the court. I thought I'd been shot in the leg.
Didn't you fart on him?
I did. It was a stressful day all round. And and the next day I couldn't walk. And Harley was out. He was filming a story. He brought in a kettle on a tray, and from the door, he gave me an axe to use if I needed to move around, and threw a banana at me from the door. Right. So I knew when I had my hip replacement, I'd be fending for myself. So when Jane brings in all that fabulous food for him and all that loving care, he's in the best possible hands.
But you, on the other hand, just brought an axe to grind.
All these years later.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. Ticketless parking fines, do they pass the pub test?
I say no. On one hand, I like to know the circumstances on which I've been pinged, because if you think you haven't been pinged, you might keep parking there. And also, if you get away with it, you get a slight satisfaction. And this takes away that satisfaction because you don't know if you've got away with it.
They brought in ticketless parking because parking rangers were being abused. And no one needs to be abused on their job, but when the government changes the goalposts constantly with how you can park your car. Look down the road there. See that street there?
Yeah.
There's 1 million parking spaces where you could park, but you're not allowed to park there. There's some stupid rule that they put in.
There'll be a loading zone
it's called
for
first
half an hour in the
parking.
first
So
equinox.
people drive along and they go, I'm going to park in there. And then old mate comes and takes a picture. Boom. Do you know how much the government made in revenue?
From ticketless parking?
Ticketless parking, $155 million. And you wonder why I get arced up about this.
So people, why are they making more money with ticketless than
Because they just go and snap the picture and no one's going to fight it because it happens 2 weeks later. If Johnny Oldmate parks in the middle of the Harbour Bridge and gets out, throw the book at him. But if you're parking in a road, if you can park a car and it's not impeding anyone,
this isn't about getting a parking fine. This is about knowing
and we just accept it.
Brendan, this is about knowing you've got a parking fine, not about getting a parking fine.
Yes, of course.
So what's the difference?
Well, if you don't know, it's happened to you, you're not going to fight it.
Well, and not just
that.
that.
We both agree on this. No one's going to agree with ticketless parking.
But I imagine also, if you walk past your car and think, I've got away with it, I'll go and spend another hour at the shop. Mm-hmm. You come back and you realise you've been done. You don't know if you've been done. That's bad.
Yeah. The only person I would imagine that agrees with this would be Clover Moore, because her council alone made $45 million.
Ticketless parking fines, they pass the pub test.
No, it does not. Tickets should have a deterrent effect, which, as Amanda said, you pick up your ticket when you get back to the car. So just like a policeman might pull you over and there's a deterrent effect, it's all reinforced. Weeks later, there's no deterrent. It's just a money grab.
No, they don't. You don't remember where you parked 2 weeks later. I'm a courier, and I saw these guys booking me, and I'm getting up these guys, and this has happened twice. I apologise to these guys for getting up because they're only doing their job. I'm doing my job, and I got let off twice. So they're not all bad. But yeah, I'd rather have a ticket on my windscreen to know that I've been booked.
They do not pass the pub test because I had to take my daughter to a major sporting event on a Saturday and a Sunday. I parked in the same place on both days. And 2 weeks later, I found out that I got fines on both days. So there was no information, no deterrent there because I didn't know I was in the wrong spot for the second day.
Yeah, I think it does, because how else are these corrupt councils going to line their pockets and build cycleways that go nowhere? You know, they've cracked down on the dodgy underhand developers, giving them cash, so they've got to get their money somehow. Oh, poor councils.
It's true. All the gangsters of the corruption of the 70s, they're all gone. So now the gangsters are working for the council.
cynicism much. I like it. I like the irony.
It's good to have you back. I want to hear more about your tales of Africa.
Well, I can only tell you so much, but I'll tell you so much next.
Jam Nation. You're back from your assignment in Africa.
I called it a holiday earlier.
Well, it's like the mistake I made with my sister one time. She was flying as a pilot. I said, oh, well, you know, when you go on your holiday, it just stirs her up.
Yeah.
I'm not on a holiday. I fly planes for a living.
Having said that, I certainly wasn't flying planes, but as work assignments go, I was responsibility free. It's a show called Once in a Lifetime, and Chris Brown's going to be hosting this show. It's going to air next year on Channel 7. And I got to have the most incredible time without having to do any of the thinking or the planning. And that was a holiday for me. Because in this job, you know, we have 3 hours we talk through every day. We have a meeting beforehand. We prepare what we're going to say. All the thoughts are the thoughts that come out of our mouths. We work hard for these 3 hours. And so for me to not have to plan anything, for me to be able to float, because they didn't want me to know what was happening. So they'd say, today we're going to be in blah, blah. I wouldn't even know where we were going, to be honest. We drove around a certain country in Africa, and I didn't know where we were going from. It's like being in witness protection, and there was something very freeing about that. And for a couple of days there was no Wi-Fi. I turned my Wi-Fi off when I got to $1,100, thank you, Telstra. So I felt a little like I was free floating, like in a bubble, and it was so good for my head. I've got a lot going on at the moment, as you know. Mm-hmm. My dad's, 90, my dog's getting older, my husband's unwell. It was a great, great week to just float.
Great.
So I loved it. But I had some interesting times. I can't tell you too much about it because I want to save all that for when the show goes to air. But some interesting stuff. For example, the African country we were in, there was some women who we met who were just selling things on the side of the road. You know how excited I am by that, bits of tribal jewellery. Mm-hmm. So they were from a certain tribe where they were topless but had this incredible jewellery around them, around their necks and on their wrists. Amazing. And one had her hair in a certain way, which designated, apparently, according to our driver, that she was a virgin. Oh. And we said, well, what happens? She's waiting for a partner. And they said, well, she's waiting for a guy who can provide enough cows. We said, what do you mean? And so the women are still bartered for by cows. Like maybe she'd be a 5 cow, and women who are university educated, they still, for some people, still have to provide the cow. And there was one guy who'd worked with these people, and he was trying to save up enough money to get some cows to be able to propose to his girlfriend so that parents would allow him to marry her.
And they're going to get actual cows?
Actual cows. So it's like, I guess, here, you're trying to save up for a deposit or something.
Yeah.
So that the parents would let you get married. That probably still happens in a lot of countries. But here the bartering was around cows.
Jeez, what about Chris Brown?
What do you mean?
What did you make of him?
Well, it was very interesting because we were making jokes about him taking her to the Logies next week. Good old. What new idea would make of her turning up to the Logies?
Topless. Just like one of the ladies
OnlyFans.
From F-Boy Island.
No, that's right. But, yes, so just absolutely intriguing. But I can't wait for you to see this show.
I'm excited.
I worked as Chris's veterinary assistant. And, yes, I did have to put on gloves. And, yes, I did have to go into an animal's backside.
Well, here we go.
Here we go.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Well, we haven't even debriefed about the Games in Paris opening ceremony. Did you catch any of that?
No, I didn't.
Because they were calling it the big wokey games, and there was a whole thing about the Blue Smurf and
I
all
did
that stuff.
see some stuff where they were saying they were mocking the Last Supper in Christianity. That wasn't the Last Supper. That was a French tale. It wasn't. Mm-hmm. They weren't mocking Christianity.
It was about the gods. We talked about this, and I can't remember now. The outrage is gone. Remember my whole thing, Anatomy of the Outrage? It's moved on to something else now. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about
the
that.
angry villagers have moved on.
They've moved on. They're storming some other.
But what about that incredible
Bastille
story of the female wrestler?
Which one
from
was
Algeria,
that?
were they saying
the
she's
boxer.
trans? Was it boxing?
Yeah.
Saying she's trans.
Yeah, we
she's
spoke
not
about
trans.
that. No, she's always identified as a woman.
Yeah.
And at first when you saw it, the story.
She looks masculine.
You go and they've put some trans guy / woman in there. But no, she grew up and was bullied as a kid in Algeria because she was masculine. She took up boxing and became the best at a sport. And then
also, this is her, if she has more testosterone, that's to her advantage. If you analysed every woman, some would have more than others, as some men do. Ian Thorpe has big feet, helps him swim. These are just physical advantages if you're a sports person.
You got to feel for that pole vaulter. He was in the wrong sport, wasn't he?
Well, but he got a whole lot of OnlyFans fans. St. Lucia got their very first gold.
What for?
For this woman won, I should say her name, Julianne Alfred. She won the 100-metre final, sprinting to beat the reigning world champion, who was American. This is the first time since 2004 the winner was not an athlete from Jamaica.
Oh.
She grew up running barefoot in St. Lucia where poverty is widespread. This is in the Caribbean. There have been some big stories too, and this is how advanced we are as a society, that this stuff got some negative traction but then pushed through. Campbell Harrison has qualified for the Olympics, an Australian. He celebrated the achievement when he qualified with a kiss from his boyfriend, the first publicly LGBTQI sports climb, it's called, to qualify for the Olympics. Rock climbing is what it really is.
Yeah.
But he kissed his partner again, and people, this is the good stuff. This is why every 4 years you can see how far we've come. A 14-year-old Australian has made world records overnight for Australia. Well, the very first time Australia has ever won a gold medal for skateboarding.
Yeah.
Normally the Japanese win this. She's 14, our youngest ever gold medalist. She is too young to live in the Olympic Village.
Wow.
Amazing.
When I used to ride my skateboard as a kid, they used to say, well, it's not like it's ever going to be an Olympic sport. Well, hello.
Hello. I love this story. 2 Czech tennis players won the gold medal, and they had broken up just a few weeks before.
Oh.
And now they're wondering, what is the status? I saw some footage of him. The way he looked at her, you think, this is such a romantic story. They broke up. They win the gold medal. I'll be very disappointed if they don't get back together again.
6 months at yours.
That's right. And this is a fab story. What about this one? This woman won the trampolining. She's a British gymnast, gold medalist in trampoline. She studied paleontology and wrote her dissertation on the acoustic signalling in dinosaurs. So as someone said here, becoming a dinosaur scientist and winning a gold medal for jumping on a trampoline. Don't tell any 7-year-old their dreams are out of reach. Isn't that the fantasy for every 7-year-old?
That's pretty much it.
Jump on a trampoline and study
work with
dinosaurs. And now she wants to join Cirque du Soleil.
Of course.
She is living the dream.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Drew Barrymore, we put out the feelers to have Drew Barrymore on our
Well, she was in Australia
show.
recently.
And I was kind of happy that she declined, because sometimes with interviews, interviews can be a lot of work when you're talking to someone, because you just want to get a bit of chemistry out of them. And I learnt this while you were away for that week and a half. There's a lot of work. You just don't want awkward radio, do you?
Well, no one sets out to make awkward radio. Well, Drew has a TV show where she's become quite famous for her very intimate interviewing style.
And for those that aren't familiar with Drew Barrymore, she was the alligators in the sewers girl from E.T.
Alligators in the sewers.
And like she had she had drug and alcohol problems
From
when
a
she
very
was young.
young age, her parents were all over the shop. So she's done a lot of therapy herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she brings a lot of that kind of self-knowledge and openness to her show. A lot of people absolutely love her for it, because she's very open and gushy. And these days on television, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
We all need a mom. I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
Yeah, so that was her with Kamala
Harris, who said that her stepchildren call her Marmala.
Yep.
So she said, we need you to be everyone's
And she was,
mom.
that was a really huggy.
Interesting. Her therapist has said that, she does these interviews from a unique and emotional approach. She does this from a place where she has been intimate in her own therapy and knows how to talk to people. Others find it a little confronting, because it is like therapy. And she sits up on the couch with her legs tucked under, leaning into people, sometimes suffocating, because it's hard if the host is so emotional, it gives the guest nowhere to go when you're trying to do the storytelling as a guest. It's a case in point recently. This made people uncomfortable. It's an incredible interview, and it did a lot for trans activist and TikTok sensation Dylan Mulvaney. But she reveals a lot about herself as well.
It's interesting because I look at someone like you and I can't imagine anybody disliking you.
Oh, please. Do you want to know, ironically, who dislikes me the most sometimes?
Who?
myself.
Oh, me too. Oh.
And then they slide onto the floor.
So Drew has gone onto her knees to hold Dylan's hands, and then Dylan goes onto the floor and they hug each other.
Oh, no.
It's a lot. A lot of people
it's
love it, but for some, because there's so much, you feel a bit overwhelmed by it.
It's too much.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Well, maybe, I haven't heard such an uncomfortable interview since your first interview with Peter Garrett in 1991.
Oh, come on.
Oh, well, Pete, I thank you very much for your time. It's been an experience for me.
Pleasure, mate.
Maybe we'll run into one another one day.
Hey, I hope so.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I've spoken to Peter Garrett.
Hey, no problems at all, mate. Good to speak to you, and look forward to getting up there.
Did you slide onto the ground together?
Me and Pete spooning on the floor. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
$20,000 cash. We are getting closer to someone winning that at the end of the year. Our favourite ghoulie of the year. That's what they will get.
What have we got?
Yeah, what gets my ghoulies is the misuse of the word indefinite, or the misunderstanding of it. Indefinite actually means there's definitely no way of knowing how long this might be. The guy's locked up forever. All the streets are safer now because he's been locked up indefinitely. No, it actually means could be next week he's out. It could be 3 weeks he's out. We don't even know because it's indefinite. That's what gets my ghoulies.
True.
So is he saying people are using indefinitely
Yeah,
as
they're saying, and that's a good thing.
long-term?
And you think, oh, good, Johnny the axe murderer is locked in jail indefinitely.
Could be
But
next week.
It could be out next week. Let's keep off the streets next week. What else have we got?
Hey, Jonesy and Amanda. What's getting my ghoulies is when you're driving along and the car in front has its blinker on for no apparent reason. The driver never makes a turn or changes lanes, and this can go on for kilometres. How can the driver not hear the ticking of the blinker and the green flashing arrow on the dashboard? Anyway, I just find it annoying. And that's what's getting my ghoulies.
Yeah, it is annoying.
It is
annoying.
Ride a motorcycle and leave your blinker on, you'll soon know about
Why,
it.
what happens
Whereas
with
the
the
car
hop?
just goes conk and cuts into you.
Oh.
That's the kiss of death. Right there. Make sure your blinkers are on and off. Because it gives people the wrong indication.
Well, duh.
Let's talk about that indefinitely.
That's literally gives people the wrong indication.
Yes, exactly. Out with the bad, in with the good if you tipped out.
So good to be back.
It doesn't matter. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9. Our favourite email or Facebook friend can win the Man of the Match prize, which is absolutely fantastic.
It is a Hyatt Regency staycation package. The Hyatt Regency is a fabulous, fabulous hotel. That's where Lauren and Jake got married.
Yes.
That's where the wedding we put on for them.
We only stay at the Hyatt Regency. Check them out.
Harbourview King Room, a buffet breakfast, Sailmaker restaurant. Lovely.
5-star elegance in the heart of Sydney, Hyatt Regency, Sydney.com. You also get Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and key ring.
A South Korean archer almost missed the gold medal thanks to a bee that landed on his hand just as he was trying to fire. Unbelievable. The tribal drum was beating for my moment. My moment got almost. I've written it somewhere. My moment almost got ruined by.
My moment
dot,
was
dot.
ruined
That's
by
it.
dot
my
dot
moment
dot.
got ruined.
Sorry.
Belinda from Glenwood got a part-time job because she wanted to buy special tickets to see Sir Paul McCartney so she could meet him. And here's what happened.
We were being ushered to go backstage and meet him. My stomach just started. I think it was a nerve. And I said to the usher, I need to go to the toilet. I'm going to poop my pants and I don't want to miss meeting him. Anyway, so he ushered me to the toilets and I ran and I bolted and I did my business, and by the time I came back, he was gone. And I'm meeting Sir Paul McCartney, and I'm just, to this day, I'm absolutely devastated.
Yeah.
He's not, by the sound of it.
What would you rather? Not meet Paul McCartney or meet Paul McCartney with your pants full?
They put that to a whip poll tomorrow.
That's a whip poll.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Good to have you back, friend. We'll
Nice
be
to
back
be
from
here.
6 tonight. You going to stick around for that?
Absolutely, I will.
Jam Nation. Ugly Fellas coming up next. Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
1, 2, 3. cheerio, chin chin, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.